Krishna. So today we are going to see the nakshatra UTTARAASHAADA. UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra is the universal star. It is one of the trines of Kritika, Uttara Falguni and UTTARAASHAADA. So we know that UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra is the 21st nakshatra, which signifies power and strength and winning the war. 18 plus 3 equals 21. So we know that this particular nakshatra is the nakshatra of victory. The Shakti in this nakshatra is Apradrishya Shakti. That means an undefeatable victory. So let us see a thing about UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra. Bhadram karobhi shruyama deva bhadram pashyematabhiryajatra sthirairangaistu shtuvaha sastanubhiryashema devahitam yadayuhu swastina indro vruddhashrava swastina posha vishwa devaha swastina stadryo prarishtane swastino Brihaspati Dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this is a mantra from the Veda. It's called the Atharva Veda. So the Shanti mantra is for all the different gods to be satisfied with our worship to them. So all the gods are nothing but the Vishwa Devas. So Vishwa Devas or all the Devas just participate in the nakshatra UTTARAASHAADA. So we got to know that UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra, all the gods participate in this nakshatra and therefore they have all the influences inside this nakshatra. So we know that UTTARAASHAADA, the latter victory. Latter victory means the victory that comes in the end. So we know that these people are a little defeated at the beginning. They have a defeated look at the beginning, but they're always yearning for victory. And some point in their time, the latter part of their days, their life, they get the power to just stand up and fight and they get a victory. So they've been fighting in the former part of their lives, losses etc. they have seen, and at the latter part of their life they succeed, they get what they want to etc. That is because of UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra's influence. So we know that UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra is the Vishwa Devas. The Vishwa Devas are the universal gods. They are present all around us. So these Vishwa Devas are very important, very important gods in the Hindu culture. So they are Vasu, Satya, Kratra, Daksha, Kala, Kama, Dhriti, Kuru and Pururava and Madrava. So let's see the meaning of this. Vasu is goodness, fortunes, wealth, etc. Satya is truth and dharma, etc. Daksha is the ritual skill of doing particular things, and the skill of bringing together creation. And Kala is time, Kala is death, Kala is Yama, Kala is the punisher, etc. Kama is creation, Kama is lusting after material things. Kama is the inner desire for us. Kama is the primitive level of living. Kama is that. And next, Kratru, willpower. Willpower is the one which gets all of these things done. Willpower is Kratru. And Dhriti is forbearance, patience, which also is an important thing. Kuru is the ancestors which have a lot of influence on the people. Kuru is also work. Pururavas are abundance, so they create the abundance of doing different kinds of things. Pururava is also one of the Ashtavasus which preside over the nakshatra Dhanishta. So also Madrava is joy and it's like happiness. So these 10 particular devas, that is Vasu, Satya, Kratra, Daksha and Kala, Kama, Dhriti, Kuru, Pururava and Madrava are the 10 gods known as Vishwa Devas or the universal gods. All gods come under these categories, all the demigods. God is the total fixing of all of these 10 gods as one supreme personality, but the rest are separate, etc. And they are all the gods that we can talk about can be signified into these categories. So, Purvashada is a very aggressive nakshatra. They are like, they go towards the things to do whatever they want to. But Uttarashada gives another impression. They are not that angry, but they fight at the beginning and they get the victory at the end. Purvashada is they try to get the victory at the beginning without even fighting. So that's the thing. Uttarashada gives the definite victory. But again, you need support, alliances, etc. You need your efforts in it, but Uttarashada does not need that much effort. It needs alliances, it needs the support of all gods, just like Jyeshtha. Jyeshtha and Uttarashada both need support of the gods and alliances to win their subject. Just like Indra. Indra did not have his own particular power. He had the powers of all the gods within him, and he had the alliances with Maruts, with Surya, with all the gods around him, even though he had a few diplomatic alliances too. So this management skill in Indra made him the chief. So same thing with Uttarashada. We have to be more like, we have to start creating alliances. When you are Uttara Nakshatra or Uttarashada Nakshatra, start creating alliances with others to bring out your work. So that's very easy for Uttarashada people to do their work. So bring out alliances with others. So like, make friendship, make alliances, and that's how you will succeed in your work. An unchallengeable victory is granted, a definite victory, aparadrishya shakti. Aparadrishya shakti. A means not, paradrishya means subjecting to another person. Aparadrishya means not subjecting to another person, rather making the other person subject to oneself. That is called aparadrishya shakti. This asterism's primary motivation is moksha or spiritual liberation. And the type of the person is Manushya. Manushya and moksha give these people a wonderful outfit of being spiritual. They want to become spiritual to the highest extent. So, if we analyze each thing in this nakshatra, we will know a lot more about this nakshatra in a big way. So first of all, we have seen the 10 devas which give an impression to this nakshatra. Vasu, goodness. Of course, this comes only after hard work and alliances. Satya, the truth. This is all the beginning part of work. Kratu, willpower. Willpower is very needed for Uttarashada people because the victory is going to come in the latter part of life. They have to make alliances at the beginning part of life. So the willpower to subject to losses, torture, etc. in the beginning will give us success at the end stage or the latter days or the next half. So these people have to have the willpower to get subject to the work that they're supposed to do at the beginning. And Daksha, the ritual skill, the skill of acquiring victory and the skill of making victory. And the next thing, that is dhriti, patience is necessary, because the thing is that these people only get their stuff at the end, latter part of their lives, as we saw. So dhriti, patience should be created, forbearance should be created in these people. Kuru, ancestors, they should know that the ancient gods and the ancestors have a say in their work. All their work is subject to the torture or friendship of the gods, the ancestors and the past people. So, analyzing all these things, they have to work. Pururavas, abundance. So, Vasu, Pururava, etc. comes only in the end. But at the beginning, we have to do lots of work, that is Dhriti, Kratru, Satya, and again, Kala is a very important thing for Uttarashada people. That is because there's a particular time, we said, in the latter part of life. So this is what Kala rules, former and latter. So it decides from here to here this person is going to struggle, from here to here he is going to prosper. So that is about Kala. And Madrava is joy. This also comes at the end. Of this is the last product. Vasu, Pururavas come and then Madrava comes. So that is joy. So the end product of everything comes joy. So that's why Uttarashada, the latter victory, the next victory, the future victory is given as the Shakti. Aparadrishya Shakti is the Shakti of this nakshatra. These people enjoy being a part of a quest to know the spiritual unknown. There is nothing called spiritual unknown. The Lord has his own personified form. So in this nakshatra, these people are like, they look at the spiritual unknown. They are a little shut. They believe in liberation, spiritual liberation from material existence. But still, in this mode of believing in spiritual liberation, they follow the form of seeing everything as one, which is very difficult. So, UTTARAASHAADA produces great insight and are most stable. So these people have Dhriti as one of the gods. So Dhriti is a very stable one. Stop, start, stop, start. They have a management plan of how they're going to lead their lives, and that is why they succeed normally. So at the beginning part of their lives, everybody almost has a struggle, and God gives the effects only at the latter part of life, most. But some people get all the things beginning part of life and they suffer at the latter part of life. Some people continue being what they are from birth, as good or as bad, till they die, like Bhishma. So we have seen so many different kinds of things about this nakshatra UTTARAASHAADA, and now we shall see a few more things. Leadership qualities, military influence because of these people's power and because of the Vishwadevas, and because of victory and war, etc. involved, because of the sun. These people have a good leadership ability, so they can be good generals in war. So they create war, they win the war, they succeed through the war. Their life is a war. War always has starting problems, and at the end the victory comes, which is a matter of joy. So in the same way, UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra is a struggle. War is always a struggle. It's not a very calm thing that you can begin the business in a very soft way and end it in a very joyful way. War starts with power, etc., aggressive nature, and then fights, bloodshed, and then it ends with victory of one party and defeat of one party. That's what UTTARAASHAADA is. Life is a war for them. It begins in an aggressive manner, and it continues in that manner until serious problems happen, and then these things would have been made by the Lord by a chain of activities, and finally the effect will be good. So these people have to wait a little for the effect to come. Have patience, because just invoke the Dhriti Devata in your body, in your mind, and in your soul to make you stand by the troubles in the beginning part of life, because this nakshatra is all about latter victory, and when it gives victory at the latter part of life, it will give victory at anything. It will give the highest power, it will give highest fame, it will give power, wealth, fame, every single thing, if you begin in that way. So these people are humanitarian people. Abraham Lincoln had this star. So these people are very humanitarian people, though they end up in different kinds of problems, of course. Abraham Lincoln. So, fairness to all races began a good thing, but it actually cut off at the end. So, this nakshatra is a very interesting nakshatra, since there are many things connected to this nakshatra in the sense of development in life. So, development is a very slow activity. Development in anything is very slow. Even though it might be fast, all things that we try to develop in are slow to our mind. So, this development requires 10 devatas, all the 33 million devatas in total. Different kinds of mental behaviors, etc., will only give victory to a person at the end. So, Vishwadevas are nothing but all gods. Dhvani, Dhuri, Rochaka, Lochana are also. There are two more devatas included in this. Dhvani, Rochaka or Lochana. That is again the eyesight, the spiritual eyesight, and the enjoyment, the Dhvani, sound. So eyesight and sound are also two different kinds of things these people need. So now let's correlate everything with the animal symbol of this nakshatra, the mongoose. The male mongoose is the symbol of this nakshatra. First thing, in marital compatibility, the male mongoose is not having any female mongoose. So in marital compatibility, this nakshatra is a little less. So they have troubles with early marriage. If a person like this is to be counseled in regard of marriages, then they have to marry only after 30 years. So that will be a good thing for them. Otherwise, there's a problem with these people because there is no female mongoose for this star to make it easily compatible. So, according to Vishnu Purana, we see that Vishwa is a daughter of Daksha who had these 10 sons: Vasu, Satya, Kratu, Daksha, Kala, Kama, Dhriti, and Kuru, and Pururavas and Madrava. So 2 more were added by some. So some people add these 2 more: Rochaka or Lochana or Dhvani or Dhuri. So all these things are there in this beautiful star. So we know the warrior, the wrestler, and the painter, the artist, the magician, the well-dressed man, the happy and the successful men are influenced by the star, as most astrologers say. So we know that Bhishma in the Mahabharata, we were correlating Bhishma with things like victory, with things like power, with things like all of that. So Bhishma was having a firm character. He had a particular sterling character which did not break open at any moment, and his character was totally refined throughout his life. And therefore, Bhishma was one of the 8 Vasus, as we know. He was the youngest Vasu of all. So, the latter invincible is the one. So, the universal God's desire, may we win a victory that can never be lost, is what they pray and desire. One who prays to UTTARAASHAADA or the Ashada itself, in the Ashada Masa, according to the prescribed rituals, etc. He will get a victory that cannot be reckoned back, that cannot be stopped, that cannot be challenged at all. So that is the effect of worshipping UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra according to a book by Pandit David Frawley. So he is a Vedic scholar. So he has written a book called Fruits of Worshipping Each Nakshatra. So you can read that book. It has about each one of the nakshatras and how to worship them, and what will happen if you worship each one of the nakshatras in the exact way. So Uttara means the higher one, the north, the wealth, etc. things. So UTTARAASHAADA is that you get everything at the end, but in the beginning you have to struggle. That is because of this nature of UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra, which is related to war, etc. So imagine a war. It starts with problems, aggressive, etc., conflicts, bloodshed, and then ends with a victory that might be good for a party. One party, of course. So these people can penetrate deeply into anything. They can get inside anything so nicely, and they have this integrated manifestation of godlike power. So if they really pray to this nakshatra, you get a power that might be a percent of God's power, which can be used for the good of humanity. So this brings us to the summit of our power, excellence, etc. not through our own work, through alliances. So war also happens not through the general etc. work, it happens through alliances etc. So in the same way we can see that UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra is in this manner. Now let's correlate this to the animal symbol, that is the male mongoose. Male mongoose is an animal which has been considered to be a very righteous animal in all the Shastras, Vedas, etc. So we say Satya, Dharma and Kratu. Kratu is a willpower that is manifest inside the male mongoose. Daksha, Kala is the time, Kama, desire, Dhriti, Kuru, Pururavas and Madrava, etc. things. Daksha, Satya, Vasu are all inside this nakshatra, and therefore we can see UTTARAASHAADA, just being the male mongoose, has most of these qualities. So this male mongoose cannot be compatible with the snake nakshatras, that is Mrigashira and Rohini. So if they are together, UTTARAASHAADA and Rohini or Mrigashira, there's going to be huge conflict because Rohini and Mrigashira are the snakes and UTTARAASHAADA is only one male mongoose. So that's a problem with this nakshatra. The very one thing that is present in this nakshatra haywire is this. UTTARAASHAADA. UTTARAASHAADA is a nakshatra of something, it's called life, It's called victory, latter victory. Most important, we have to consider former and latter in this. The latter victory is a main part of this entire nakshatra. So let's see a few things about Uttarashada people. They get deeply into some aspect of knowledge. So they have a bulldog kind of a persistence and determination to do things. So they go forward and they finish it and they do it and they get deeply into it too. Some people just finish a task without getting into it, finishing it to the deep point, and some people don't do the task at all. And some people do the task with the right way. That's Uttarashada. So these people have a very lofty goal, like the sun. I've seen many people with Kritika and Uttara Falguni nakshatras, which who have a temperament of keeping a lofty goal and then trying to jump towards it like a bulldog. Sometimes they might not succeed, but they keep continuing to try to get that. The same way, these people have a very lofty goal in which they keep trying to see. Kritika, Uttara Falguni and Uttarashada are one group, so the ideas are kind of converted to each other. So they are very idealistic people due to the male mongoose influence on these people. So, a self-centered, stubborn personality. Now, we should see a few shadowy qualities. So, don't just be taken aback by this. Work towards the development of the good qualities and work towards the reduction of the bad qualities present inside this nakshatra. And use its power, the aparadrishya shakti, the unchallengeable victory in all the aspects of your life. Victory is nothing but a success. It can be, I'm not saying you have to surely get into a war. You have to surely become a general. You have to surely become a dictator like Adolf Hitler. You surely have to kill people. I'm not saying it that way. It is your wish on in which way you want to make a victory for yourself. Mostly the evil aspects of victory like war in modern day etc. are bad. War against evil is good. Not only with weapons but with words etc. So that's what these people have to do. What is Jyeshtha? It's Indra. What is Uttarashada? It's the Vishvedevas. Uttarashada, Jyeshtha are somewhat like, the ideas are somewhat okay to each other. So they look at one idea together. So we can see that Uttarashada people are just like Jyeshtha. Jyeshtha, not all attributes, just one. The attribute of Jyeshtha is, Jyeshtha people's victory is based on Arohana Shakti. Arohana, for example, you want to climb a mountain. You have to use a few things to climb the mountain. So those are your alliances, your allies to climb the mountain. There will be a few people with you, they are also your allies. There will be a few things, accessories for you, they are also your allies to climb up the mountain. The same way, Uttarashada also has a particular power of giving victory only after creating alliances, only after bringing together stuff, and then its victory is very smooth. Like, if you are going to the mountain without any clothes, without anything, without any shelter, without any people around you, without any food, you are sure to fall down and die, of course. And without any ropes, etc., it's very difficult. I would not say it's impossible. And again, Jyeshtha people, they create this alliance. Uttarashada also creates an alliance, and that's how they function. So, it's a righteous cause that is beneficial to all. Why be this herb on top of the mountain? This is an easy explanation for Uttarashada. There's a herb on top of the mountain. There are many small herbs that are at the tip of the mountain. It requires lots of forbearance and the 10 Vishvedeva qualities to reach up to the mountain. It requires wealth, it requires expenditure, it requires strength, it requires power, etc. Only after getting all of these things, one can climb the mountain. And it also requires torture, etc. at the beginning. Until you reach the top, until you get the victory, there is a problem at the beginning of climbing the mountain. So that's Uttarashada. Later, there is a big victory there. And that victory is again beneficial for humanity. It's a righteous cause. So Indra also, whenever he used to go to fight, he used to always keep a good thing in mind, never a bad thing. Whenever he used to go fight with the Rakshasas were doing stupid things in humanity. They were destroying people, they were killing people. So Indra's cause, though might be a little self-centered for himself, to show he has won it, to give him fame, Still, it was for a righteous cause for the entire humanity. In the same way, going up to the mountain might give you some credit, saying, hey, he went up the mountain and he got the herb. Well, this herb did good, but the credit goes to these people. Sometimes they become too self-centered if they do not get the credit they actually expect from others. So, that's the thing about these people. So, we have explained Uttarashada in a very easy manner. Now we should see the shadow side of Uttarashada people. A type A personality, like constant the attitudes. So they are too organized, and people can't live with them if they are too much organized and the tasks are one after the other. Their plans keep going forward and forward. One cannot have a pace with them. So that's why their mental compatibility is also, it is less than 4. It doesn't come totally 4 points for them. So they can start new things. They can do everything, but they fail to complete them. They don't realize that their power is to get the latter victory. They have to come forward to it. So Uttarashada people must run towards the latter victory. Because Uttarashada says, wait, I have a thing for you. But there are many thorny roots from the starting to the ending where the golden ball is kept. One who jumps on all these thorns gets pricked by them and climbs this one, which is red hot, will get the golden ball at the top. Imagine this kind of a sentence, which is at beginning very like tensing and horrible, and at the top we can see there is heaven, which is based on a gold ball. So imagine this. Uttarashada person's life is like this. There are many thorns and piercing things, hot fires, flashes, beats, hammers, etc. in their lives. But still, again, there is one huge thing which they get at the end, which they don't realize, because they start new enterprises, but they fail to complete them because they're scared of the thorns. They can see the thorns because Rochaka and Lochana is there. Dhwani is there. They can see that there are thorns at their future. So they know they should not do such things. So, the opposite effect of laziness also can occur. Sometimes they do overtask, sometimes they lose interest. I've done so many enterprises and nothing is giving me any effect. They don't realize that these effects only come later. In everything. So even in Bhagavad Gita, in the 18th chapter, the Lord says that everything, the Sattvika kind of happiness is based on the beginning should be sad and the ending should be happy. That's the Sattvika kind of happiness. Rajasika is the beginning is happy and the end, and the latter one, the next thing remains sad. Tamasic is always sad but finds happiness in sadness. That is total sadness. That is total adharma. So these are the three kinds of happiness, and Uttarashada people are prone to accept the first kind, that's Sattvika. And you can also see that these people are more predominated by Sattva qualities. So again, you have seen Bhagavad Gita has a big relation with Jyotishya. So they can start new enterprises and fail to complete with them. A self-centered, stubborn personality can occur when Uttarashada is afflicted. So the Capricorn side of this asterism is giving a melancholy nature to these people. So we must not get into the melancholy parts of this nakshatra. Think of the good, you'll do good. Do good and you'll get good. In the same way, reduce the bad, reduce the bad, reduce the bad. So reduce this melancholy nature, the very lazy nature, and the kind of a nature of Saturn. You imagine Saturn, Uttarashada people will be somewhat like that, because the Capricorn side of this asterism, that is, it ranges from 10 degrees. Capricorn is based on this asterism. There is the Ekapada nakshatra. So first 3 degrees 20 minutes are present in Sagittarius, and first pada in Sagittarius, all 3 padas in Capricorn. And especially in the last 5 degrees of Uttarashada nakshatra, one very important thing comes into this, that is the Abhijit nakshatra. I shall make a video on Abhijit nakshatra also later in time in Muhurta, because this is used only for Muhurta, it's not used for anything else, that particularly. It is 28th nakshatra. So we are going to see this in another few days also. For Muhurta, actually we use this not for Jataka analysis, we use this for Muhurta because this gives an undefeatable victory again. Abhijit means one who cannot be conquered. Abhijit is an nakshatra of unconquerable power. So it is considered a Laghu or light nakshatra, which is auspicious for healing, traveling and starting business. So this is there in Uttarashada. So it has the qualities of Uttarashada and the qualities of Capricorn, the quality of godliness. Jai Shri Krishna. Sorry, so the recording stopped, but the memory card was exhausted, so not me. So we were saying about the nakshatra Abhijit. Abhijit again is having the characteristics of godliness, which gives it the power to succeed in anything. So it's very good for medicinal works, it's good for healing, it's good for traveling, for transformation, except on Wednesdays. This one gives a good effect on other days. So Uttara is the higher and superior part according to Sanskrit, because the northern part of India is high and the southern part is low. Not in all these of social things, they are both places, they are good and bad. So the northern side and the southern side, here on the plain it's high in the northern side and it's low on the southern side of India, so Bharat. So left, from the left, as we pray, Uttara is the left hand. Uttara nakshatra is the left hand. So that's why we say Uttara is like that. So we have seen a few things about this. Next, the elephant's tusk is an important symbol in this person's life. We know that the elephant's tusk is a very, very big thing which is used for war. So first, aggressive tendencies occur in these people. And the next thing is very fine, happy things happen. That is, so we saw a few things, that is the elephant tusks and the planks of the bed are important symbols in Uttarashada people's lives. So elephant's tusk is the beginning, that is of war, fight, aggressive nature, killing, beating, smashing, etc. All of these like horrible things begin in the elephant's tusk. So that's a symbol of war and aggressive nature. The planks of the bed is the result, that is victory or defeat. Planks of the bed are comfortable for even a defeated person and a victory person. That's a rest. Rest is necessary for even a defeated person in the war, even a person who has won in the war. So for both, the planks of the bed are a resting area. The cushion might be different, but the planks are the holding and the resting area for these people. So that's why elephant's tusk is the first symbol. Next comes the planks of the bed. Why? Because struggle is the first, then effect. So, the sun, the ruling planet of this, shows that power. In the nature, Manushya, Moksha, gives the spiritual thought. And the animal symbol, male mongoose, has many different kinds of meanings. Even not marital compatibility is not exact. And south, the direction, and I'm facing south. I don't know how, but now I realize I was facing south while talking about nakshatra. Uttarashada is about south and I'm facing south. Well, so then Be, Bo, Ja and Ji are the sounds of this nakshatra. And also we know that this nakshatra has the qualities of Sattva, Rajas and Sattva. So Sattva is more. Again, this is very related to Bhagavad Gita due to this. Deities are the 10 Vishwadevas. So we've seen many things, and now Uttarashada on the ascendant. Let's see what it gives. Sincere and kind nature, honest, sharp intellect, reads intensely, fond of fun, wanderer, good public servant and counselor, may become famous later in life. So moon in Uttarashada gives this effect. Virtuous, intelligent, charitable, well-liked, many friends, charming, graceful and refined, pure-hearted and grateful. Leadership, military prowess. Augustus, Caesar and Napoleon had the star. More success after 35, and that's why, so trouble with early marriage. And then sun in Uttarashada give this effect. Humanitarian, spiritual nature, desire to change societal values, research-oriented, learned, and then philosophical nature, Manushya Moksha, and deep thinker, well-known, controversial, fighter for cause, strong speech. Uttarashada career interests are pioneers, researchers, scientists, military work, hunters, boxers or fighters for cause, government jobs, social workers. Pioneers. Again, pioneers have to study a lot and then only they get their jobs which are very high. Researchers begin their research with lots of effort, funds, etc. and end their research with success or defeat. Scientists again have the same researchers, same thing. Military work begins with lots of contemplation, planning and then ready, everything, stocking and storing and hiring, recruiting and then finally blasting, and after blasting victory comes in the end. So more success after 35 years old, trouble with early marriage. So these are the things with UTTARAASHAADA. And career interests also give the same thing. Government jobs, again, they have a big thing you have to do at the beginning, then you come to the government job. So then, health issues with these people are stomach problems, waist, thighs and hips, eczema, skin dryness, arthritis and bone problems, because that's what is ruled by this nakshatra. Bone problems because sun rules this nakshatra. Asthi is ruled by the sun. So we have seen so many things about UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra, so many things. And this particular information, I hope it is helpful and informative to you. So use these good qualities as your stand mark. You have to go till there and destroy the bad qualities. Use these nakshatras as a guideline, not as a destiny. Don't use these nakshatras as the final wall, only as a torch to show the people. So see these things and then realize that one must always never ever get back on anything that happens in life, whether it's worse or good. So thereby we have finished so many things about UTTARAASHAADA nakshatra. So thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.